Hey y'all, it's your favorite Gemini.
Am I? If you're a Gemini hater, I don't even know how you like me, because I have 4 Gemini in my big 6.Maybe you needed to meet a real Gemini. We're moving straight the fuck on. Today's video, we're talking about stop trying to fix everything around here and fix everything around here. Okay, here. Or right here. That's what you need to work on, because there's so many times that people will try to like micromanage the 3D and micromanage the circumstances and micromanage what's happening around here, but the things that are happening around here are only happening because right here is not being worked on. Your perspective is not being worked on. Your assumptions are not being worked on, which creates this reality, and it's this cycle of, oh my god, this is happening. How do I get this under control? Let me freak out and fix it and try to figure out all this and focus on how this is blowing up. And then it happens again because that's what you're focusing on. Versus, oh my god, this shit is blowing up. Okay, let me take a deep breath and fix whatever the fuck is going on in here that is creating this out here. So that's what we're gonna talk about today.
Hey.
Everything is mental. If something actually needs to change, which very, very minimal, and if it is a physical thing that needs to change, it's a mental physical thing. Or a behavior you're doing physically of like checking 3D, checking for movement, yada yada. That's what I mean. So if there is a behavior that needs to change or something in the 3D that needs to change, it will happen naturally because of your assumptions, okay? So don't worry about like, well, if I'm doing this, I need to do this, or if I do this, what if I have to do this, or like, do I have to be doing this? If you have to be doing it, you will start doing it because of your affirmations. We have 100% been conditioned to focus on everything else and try to blow up and fix everything around us. We have been conditioned to react. And there's a lot of reaction in manifesting from a lot of people. There's a lot of, you did something I don't like, now I'm gonna fucking scream at you. First of all, therapy, babes. Help regulate those emotions in therapy. That could be helpful. The reaction creates this perspective and this alignment. You have to remember, anything you put your energy into, energy cannot be created or destroyed, okay? That's why I have it tatted on my fucking leg. So when you put your energy into this circumstance of things that you don't like, things that are against what you're affirming, things that are opposite of your end goal, you are aligning with that field. You are aligning with that reality, okay? So if you see someone do something you don't like, you're affirming for them to reach out to you more and they leave you on red, and you freak out and you text them, why did you leave me on red again? Do you not want to talk to me? Or you start thinking, what else do I need to do to get them to want me? Do I need to start doing this? Do I need to start doing this? You are aligning with this perspective that that is your reality, that they aren't texting you, that you need to put in more work, that you need to physically change something because your energy is being placed there. And when that happens, it's this cycle, because when that next time comes up where they leave you on red again or they don't reply to you, you're gonna keep going into that cycle of focusing on it, dwelling on it, wondering what else you need to do, wondering how to fix this, instead of just fixing your perspective around it, which is they're leaving you on red and they're not texting you back because you have this assumption that they are not someone that wants to text you. They are not someone that's super engaging. They're so nonchalant. Why would they text you a huge paragraph? And that's the perspective you're going to keep seeing until you align with a different perspective. And so if you start telling yourself, they are so chalant with me, they want me so bad, they go all over me, they text me all the fucking time, they can't stop texting me actually. And every single time you check your phone, even if they left you on red, you tell yourself, look at a huge ass paragraph. They just texted me a huge ass paragraph. You're aligning with that reality now. Your energy is going to that reality, and that's what you are going to see. I know there's this huge worry that we're missing something. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I'm doing something wrong. There's something I need to do. I'm missing doing something. The only thing you're missing is focusing on your assumptions. That's it. Because most of the time you don't immediately go there. Like I've said, we're not conditioned to like see something we don't like and be, well, you know what? Where was my contribution to this? Where did I contribute to this within my thoughts? It's, you just did that to me. That was shitty and I didn't like that. Instead of, you did that to me, that was shitty, I didn't like that. Let me figure out where I contribute to that in my thoughts, which is what I want you guys to start doing. When you see something you don't like, instead of projecting it and being like, you're so fucking shitty, you're such a horrible person, you did this, which, by the way, may be fucking true. Maybe true, they may have left you on red and that was fucking shitty for them to do. But you can also realize, you know what, I don't want to see that in my reality anymore. Let me see where I contributed to that within my thoughts. Or you can say, hey, that's a shitty behavior, I don't want to deal with that anymore, and remove them from your life. That is also an option. You can do that. Even just because you know you can manifest them to do something doesn't mean you should just take shitty behavior. So let me give some examples of why it's so important to change your perspective and your state versus physically take action to do things. Because a lot of people are like, is this inspired action? Is this inspired action? No. It's most of the time not inspired action. Inspired action is when you go to the grocery store and you see your SP and your SP says, hey, text me later, and you text them. Inspired action is not, I miss them really bad, so I have this urge to text them. That's not inspired action. That's impulse. Inspired action is going to the store and seeing a poster for a job, and you've been manifesting a job and applying for that job. Inspired action is not emailing your boss 7 times a day trying to see if they can give you a better position. Okay, so say someone gets rejected. Their SP straight up rejects them, says, sorry, Buki, no, I don't want you. I don't want you, I don't like you, I don't want to talk to you. That's their circumstance. And this person reacts by begging them, spamming them, telling them they want them so bad, saying, you're such a shitty fucking person, why wouldn't you want me? I can't believe you did this, I can't believe you're like this again, and I can't believe you still haven't changed, and yet they're doing all that, they're blowing up on them. You are aligning with the assumption and the timeline and the reality that you are not being chased, you are not wanted, people don't initiate things, people leave you, things aren't going the way you want them to, and you're not desired. You're aligning with this timeline and this perspective. People think, oh, I'm just gonna do it and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, you can, but you have to be okay with that perspective still being the one you're aligning with. Do you want to keep seeing that? No, you don't. You don't. So is it really worth it? If you don't want to keep seeing that? So to see a different change, instead of blowing up on them and yelling at them in 3D saying, why don't you ever change? Why don't you ever do this? You don't even like me. Why don't you want to be with me? This is so shitty. You're such a shitty person. You want to stop yourself and be like, okay, right now I'm seeing in my reality that someone doesn't want to be with me. Okay. Where in my thoughts am I thinking about how someone doesn't want to be with me and I'm not desired? Okay, I worry a lot because people never wanted to be with me when I was a child, and now I have some feelings about how I'm not good enough. Okay, let me say some affirmations for that. And say affirmations like, I am always chosen. People always want to be with me. People are always going out of their way for me. People are always chasing me and showing me how much I matter to them. And when you align with that perspective and that state and that story, that's what you will see instead. Chasing them and feeding into the old story and the old state is going to further that state. It is not going to get you out of it. Another example, you're broke. You need some money, okay? I get it. Sorry, I'm a manifestation coach, but I also was on my own at 18. Like, I get it, I've been broke. Your immediate reaction is to start freaking out. Freaking out. Natural reaction. Truly natural reaction. Freak out. Oh my god, I don't have money. What do I need to do? I need to get another job. I need to get 5 jobs. I need to start begging my boss for overtime. I need to start constantly stressing and dwelling on how I'm going to pay groceries and how I'm going to pay rent and da-da-da-da, which are all honestly like natural things we go to when we're needing some money. But when you do that, you're aligning with this state. And I always say, do what you need to do in the 3D. If you have to take an extra shift, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean you're aligning with the perspective of being broke. It means you're taking care of shit right now while you work on your assumptions. And then you align with the perspective of, okay, I want to be financially stable. I want to be financially free. I want to have so much money. I want to find a better job that pays me more. So I'm going to align with that perspective instead of worrying and stressing about how there's not enough. I can't do this. I'm always stressed out. I'm always broke. I'm always not having enough. Do you know what I mean? Instead of like scrambling, freaking out, wondering what else you need to do, trying to find a billion things that you can do to get you out of this perspective, to get you out of this circumstance. Next time you see something happen in the 3D you don't like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna freak out? You better not. You better not. I hope you remember this. You better not. Figure out what thoughts you're having that are creating this, figure out what perspectives you're having, and focus on those. And also, when you do that, 1, it takes the stress off of the 3D chaos. 2, you see more results from it. Has blowing up on your SP ever actually given you the result you wanted? No. Has sitting down and affirming? Yes. Period. Yes. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, watching this video has helped you manifest. Say it with me. Watching this video has helped me manifest. Watching this video has helped me manifest. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.